In 1911, the average American's salary was 22 cents an hour. Only 8% of homes had a telephone, about 14% had a bathtub. Iced tea, canned beer, and the crossword puzzle hadn't been invented yet, while marijuana, morphine, and heroin were all legally sold over the counter in the local corner drugstore. The city of Moses Lake was still about 30 years away from being put on the map, and Gladys Parsons was born in Lake Stevens, Washington. This Saturday, Gladys celebrates her 105th birthday with family and friends at Soap Lake's McKay Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center. Growing up in the Midwest, Gladys moved with her family to Washington when they became homesteaders, settling the last parts of the frontier. At 17, she met a young man named Carl Parsons and instantly became smitten with him, but her mother forbade her from getting married until she turned 18. So, in 1929, on her 18th birthday, they married and remained together for the next 73 years until Carl passed in 2002. Gladys' son, Dave Parsons, said his parents got through the Great Depression by splitting time with their family, but it wasn't always easy.
They were married 3 months and the Depression hit.
Right.
So they didn't have any time to accumulate anything. Off and on during the Depression, they moved in with her parents to help them keep from losing what they had. And my dad couldn't get along with my grandmother, so they'd move out and get their own place, and pretty soon they'd beg him to move back in, and they'd stay with him until he couldn't get along with my grandmother. My grandmother never accepted my father until she was on her deathbed when she was in her 90s. She finally accepted my father, and my dad come home crying because she'd said, "Oh, my son, you know," and so.
During the Depression, Carl and Gladys were farmers themselves near Wenatchee, and Gladys recounted one time they had a close encounter with a bear.
And we were afraid that he would come on up to the barn and get a calf or something. And so we set a trap out towards the barn, and he got in it, and my husband shot him. And he had a beautiful, beautiful hide, and I wanted a bear rug made out of him. And we took it down, took the hide down to Leavenworth, and they sent it on to Seattle to have it cured, and never got it back. Whoever got it in Seattle wanted it more.
In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFIBER 1 News.